Hi everyone, Paul Stankista here, candidate for Pennsylvania State Senate. Today I wanted to talk about money and corruption in politics, which is a topic that is relevant to all of our lives because it dictates how our leaders make decisions, and it represents the single biggest threat to our democracy today. Pennsylvania has the laxest rules around campaign finance in the nation. It is no exaggeration to say that bribery and corruption are perfectly legal in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is one of only 3 states that has zero limits about the gifts that lobbyists and billionaires can give to elected officials. Our lawmakers are free to accept vacations, cars, jewelry, and even cash from a lobbyist, and then turn around and vote for a bill that benefits the corporations that are represented by that lobbyist. That is the literal definition of bribery. Pennsylvania must join the rest of the country and prohibit elected officials from accepting gifts so that we can be sure that their decisions are intended to serve their constituents and not their own pocketbook. Pennsylvania should further prohibit registered lobbyists from contributing to a candidate's campaign. Just like giving personal gifts, donating to a candidate in exchange for future legislative favors is blatant corruption. Pennsylvanians deserve to know that their leaders are working to advance the community's interests, not those of a corporation that hired a lobbyist to write a generous campaign check. To give a particular example, the incumbent state senator in the 42nd district and my opponent in the Democratic primary this May, Senator Wayne Fontana, has received at least $175,000 directly from lobbyists. This is likely a gigantic underestimate of the lobbying funding that he's enjoyed, because he's also received over $735,000 from political committees that are themselves funded in large part by the same group of lobbyists. Now, it's obvious that our campaign finance system here in Pennsylvania is a breeding ground for bribery and corruption, and it's in desperate need of reform. The problem is that the people who are in a position to enact that reform are the same people who directly benefit from the current system, the career politicians in Harrisburg. We need to elect new leaders who are committed to a new way of governing, one founded on transparency, honesty, and the strictest ethics. As state senator, I will fight back against the corporate lobbyists in Harrisburg and the moneyed interests that control our politics. And I will work to build a better system and finally deliver meaningful change for our communities here at home.